All right. First thing I want to let you know is you need to start looking for a children's book, your favorite children's book. One of my favorites is Green Eggs and Ham. There's another one called The Lorax. You can see I like Dr. Seuss. But there's all kinds of children's books. Think of your favorite children's book when you were younger, maybe one that your mom or dad read to you. I'm thinking like Hungry Hungry Caterpillar. Um, there's so many different wonderful children's books. You are going to be doing your informational writing unit using one of your favorite childhood storybooks. Okay? And it can be anyone you want, any book you want, a children's book. And I'm telling you this ahead of time so you can go to the library and be prepared to check it out. Now, you might have your favorite storybook at home, and that's fine. You need to have this book in here in class by Monday the 15th. October 5th. Oh, we have no school October 15th. October 16th. Mandatory. I'm giving you plenty of time to go check out your favorite childhood storybook, or you might have your favorite one already at home, but you need to have it in class by October 16th and plan on using it through the writing unit. So be prepared to have to renew it at the library and such. Okay? So get on that now so you don't have to worry about that later. Plenty of time. So I want to talk about the Word Master first test that's coming up. You are memorizing your 16 analogy types. All words have relationships with each other within those 16 analogy types. And that quiz is coming this Thursday. But the big quiz will be, I believe, the big test, the first national vocabulary test will be October 30th. But we need to create study guides. So what you're going to do in groups of 4, starting this coming Tuesday, is you're going to create a Google slide presentation. And here is the requirements for each of the 25 words. And you're going to be in groups of 4. It's going to be a Google slide presentation. I will hand this out Tuesday, and you will start creating this Google slide shared presentation study guide to prepare you for the test. Now, we will also be doing other things in class to prepare you for the test. We play bingo with the words, we do Pictionary, we do a lot of competitions for candy and such, but we have to start with having a study guide. So take a look at this, take a snapshot of it or rewind this video so that you understand that each word is going to need these requirements. I'm going to show you an example from last year in just a moment. So let's put that aside. And this is the rubric for your study guide. I also will be handing that out Tuesday as well. But I think the best way to show you what a WordMaster vocabulary study guide should look like is give you a model of a study guide that one group of students created last year. So that's what I have right here. So this was for last year. So let's look at that, shall we? Okay, so one of the words, the first word was skirmish. Notice they put what part of speech and other forms of the word. Skirmish, skirmishing. Why do they do this? Because on the actual National WordMaster Challenge test on October 30th, they might use another form of your WordMaster word, and it's very important that you understand and recognize other forms of your WordMaster words, because they might not use skirmish on the test, but they might use skirmishing, let's say. Then you must have two distinct definitions on your study guide. I explained that in class, that there are more than one definition for each word at times, and you do not know which definition they're going to use on the test. So you have to have two definitions in your study guides. So here we have skirmish as a minor dispute or contest between opposing parties. And the second definition, to search about as for supplies. The other requirements you need for this word is you need to have one synonym on your study guide for the word, one antonym. Then the final thing here is you need to take one of the 16 analogy types, not a synonym, not an antonym, because you already did that here. And you want to take your Wordmaster word, in this case from last year it's skirmish, and you want to create an analogy. And not just that, you want to put in parentheses here for me and for you, which analogy type did you use from the 16 analogies? So the analogy here that they created was skirmish is to battle as ringleader is to maestro. Now what's really cool about this is skirmish was a Wordmaster word in their list, and so was maestro. There's a relationship sometimes between the words on your list. If you can use those in your analogy to study, then you're actually learning and understanding more than one word at a time on your list of 25 words. I will go over this more in detail Tuesday, but you want to look for a relationship between the words on the list of 25 words, which I will give you Tuesday. They make sure there's relationships between the 25 words when they give us the list, because they want you to see relationships. Because remember, as I showed you before, the test is set up in an analogy format like this. And then finally, the last thing that should be part of your study guide is find a image that helps you remember the Wordmaster word. This looks like a skirmish. It's kind of a fight between two opposing armies. That's definitely a skirmish according to one of the definitions. So as I scroll through, they have done this exact format for each word on the list of 25. And you can divide this work in your group of 4 between the 4 of you in any way you want. Maybe 2 people work on the definitions and 2 people work on the analogies and the synonym antonym. Maybe you all work on the visual, or maybe you divide the words where each person in the group has 4 words. It doesn't matter to me how you decide to set up this study guide, so long as every member of your group is working on it. It's shared between the 4 of you so that you can start studying at home or studying in class. All right, so that is what we will start Tuesday. Monday, there will be an SSR book check, again for points. You should be reading at all times. Thursday, as I stated earlier, there will be a 16 analogy quiz just to see if you are memorizing and recognizing those 16 different analogy types. And then Tuesday in class, we will start creating our study guides for our Wordmaster words. Also, don't forget to finish assessing that second piece of writing that we started in class today with your checklist for the informational writing, because we'll have a quick discussion of that second piece Monday when you come in. Remember, we did not finish reading that second piece of writing today in class, and some of us didn't complete the assessment. I want to make sure that we talk about that second piece of writing Monday. I feel like I've rambled on here, so please don't get overwhelmed. So let's recap here. Monday, please come in with the second checklist assessment completed with the second piece of writing. Tuesday, I will hand you everything you need to that you will need to complete these Wordmaster study guides together, and we'll start on that together. Thursday is your quiz, and then October 16th, you need to have one of your favorite childhood storybooks in class for our writing unit. All right, have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday.